I see dead people.
Oh, yeah. What we doing?
Hey, monster on the beat, ho.
Yeah.
Beat, any rap nigga, he a free throw. Man down, call her Amber Lambs. Tell him
Wow.
be bro.
Call her
Tell
Amber
him
Lambs.
nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to
Hey,
see
shouts
something?
out.
The industry can hate me,
Jabroni.
fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got?
Straight
I
up.
mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
That was a good one.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible.
Home Alone, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and
Being a connoisseur of
And then it's funny that I guess when he dropped that, Drake deleted the picture of him and Karl Malone. On his
Right. Yeah. We'll get to the line, and then we'll hit the pause on it.
Isn't it gonna be a minute?
Yeah, I mean, that's a let it ride, man. Here's our analysis.
With his nose now. And
Yeah.
Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy,
Baka
certified
not nice.
pedophiles.
Start the human
That fuck 'em
trafficking.
up.
MC.
All right, there you go.
Too much stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Wow.
It's all good. We still here though.
You're wearing a
Easter egg.
Drake's jersey.
King of pop.
J Rock.
Yeah.
Through the
That one
darkness,
little-
there
that
is
one little
light.
Bumper. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, man. A lot has unfolded. It felt like it was a long time ago, but since we talked about
Yes.
this, we thought things were escalating, but things really went overboard and took a huge grand finale almost over the weekend here.
Was
With
it
the
Friday
Drake.
night where Drake dropped his response with Family Matters?
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
so long ago, bro. Like, for real.
And that was only over literally the beginning of the weekend. So
Yeah, man. When we left the show on Wednesday, it was what? It was Euphoria, or it was 616 had just came out, right?
Right.
And it was waiting to see. It was
no,
like,
not even.
no,
not-
it wasn't 616. No,
It was
wasn't
out.
16.
It was
Where it was
out
at.
when we were recording though last
16. Yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah.
There was
yeah.
no 616 yet. I think Euphoria was the last.
It was just Euphoria versus Push-Ups,
yeah.
and now we got we got like 6 more records since then.
I don't even know.
Man.
There's too many to count. What's the list?
It's a whole
lot going
album.
on.
though.
This is literally the Drake and Kendrick album that we never thought would get, but it's all
Yeah.
disses.
Drake versus Kendrick, I guess.
The
is
Versus
name of it.
album. This is a real Versus album, you could say.
Yeah, that's made in damn near real time. So, which is crazy.
Real, yeah, no, it's for real. Because even like, yeah, Drake was responding on Family Matters to hella shit that was said on the last diss songs that had came out, and then Kendrick was responding on Just Like Us with saying Family Matters in the song.
Yeah. So I guess let's just retrack real quick. Just where we left off was I think 616 was when it was dropped, where it was the glove of the Maybach glove as a little intro, and nobody really knew what that meant or whether it meant it was because of the OJ's day or who knows. People were just speculating a lot of shit. But it was more of like just a a diss to Drake on how he timestamps his records, right?
Yeah,
So it was a light pack. You know, I didn't feel like it was huge, but it was just something that was dropped. That was a lyrical piece, and then it actually led to a bigger track with the whole picture. It was, but he didn't release that right until Drake released the quote unquote nuke
yeah.
of Family Matters with the special cool rollout and visuals.
It was May 4th when that was dropped. May 4th.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, there's a lot. It was a lot going on, and then
That was Saturday.
so, you know, at that point, let me tell you, before we can move on to what happened after, because this is a big turning point right here. I think this is a big turning point piece is when Drake dropped the quote unquote nuke and had a response with Family Matters. It was a nice rollout. Obviously, as a Drake fan, I was juiced. I was like, oh shit. And then when I saw the video drop, I was like, oh shit.
Nah, yeah. As a Drake fan, like, you know, I'm a Drake fan as well, but yeah, more of a Kendrick fan, of course. But I thought it was over when Family Matters had dropped. The way he did it with it, he made the bop that you can't deny. I was really, really trying to keep it PG.
Yeah,
Drop a 50
right.
spot, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then with the visuals, like he had like a quote unquote like a bootleg Good Kid, Mad City van that he destroyed. Also, he's rocking a hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
But my bad. But yeah, the fucking Nah, but I thought Drake was killing because even in the beginning when he was spinning the G Unit chain, he was he didn't have his nails painted. He was rocking FUBU. And remember how Kendrick had this saying he was more like was it Tommy Hilfiger and not a FUBU kind of guy and stuff like that. So he's rocking the FUBU, and then also in the video, like the video showed hella shit how he was going through that new Ho King spot and everything, and like shut it down for that video, and I mean, you know, for his video and everything like that. So I thought the video was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah. All of it was great, and at the very end, the biggest visuals when that last part where he was more like singing to Kendrick, talking about like, oh, he beat his wife and all his shit accusations of all this. It's the engagement ring he allegedly bought that was theirs, and he's wearing it as a chain at the end. That's why it's a zoom in on that thing. And that's where, if you remember in the briefcase right here, that receipt is allegedly, you know, this is allegedly, I mean, I don't personally know, but it's allegedly how he got the receipts for that ring.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's why it was like the ultimate, like, oh, what a diss at the end, you know, like, so it was great. But before I could even really, at that time, like, absorb and really, because the song was like 7 minutes long, you know, so it was like 3 songs in one. You get 3 different types of Drake in one, and he addresses other people too. But then fucking, it's like, I felt like, what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you know? I didn't see it till like you said like about an hour later, but he dropped almost immediately responding to Drake with, what was the song? Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams, yeah.
Which was, as far as like disrespectful,
the most disrespectful.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
especially like if you're like a dad. I mean, me and you aren't dads, you know what I'm saying? But like the way he said, "Dear Adonis," or something like, just I wish your grandpa wore a condom or some shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
bro, when I heard just "Dear Adonis," like literally, because that's the first verse when he's talking about like Adonis, I was like, oh shit. I was academics, like, oh no, this is just one of those pieces. It was like a kind of an eerie beat that was done by the Alchemist. So you know it was like out there for like murder, you know, like that type of disrespect.
Literally sounded like horror music, like a fucking antagonist horror character sneaking up on somebody.
Yeah, so like for example, like that's just such perfect song for, you know, like dissing, like in a battle, the heat of the moment, and then dropping it and halting all of the momentum that Drake was about to pick up. He didn't even get to really pick up the momentum. It's like, yeah, his fans got it, and then some of the people that were following the hip hop beef. And then it was just like, oh shit, now I gotta check out Kendrick.
No, but also you're not saying what caused that, because like you could quote unquote say like, if you're not into slow hip hop beats like this, you could say this shit is weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this stupid ass ding ding. But then what did he say though in the bombshell that made you not think about nothing else? He pulled the Pusha T saying that Drake has a daughter that people know about, and that's what that's what slowed down the momentum on the quote unquote nuke. You know what I'm saying? For the Family Matters song.
Yeah, because I don't know how y'all's reaction was, but for me, real quick, I was just like listening. The first verse was about Adonis. It was basically a letter addressing Adonis and about Drake being a deadbeat and should have never been born and all this crazy shit. Y'all should listen if you haven't, but I'm sure everyone has. And then I'm like, damn, that's fucking already super disrespectful. Like, if he just stopped there and that was it, and it was just like that verse, it was already like, God damn it. Yeah. But then he hit him with the, oh, I'm gonna talk about to your mom about you being a sick ass dude. And then your dad, like, fuck your dad. Like, and then it's like, all right, well, that's fine, you know, whatever. Then he just hits him with the, like, who is this girl, this daughter he's talking about? Like, nobody even knows. My first time reaction was like, what the fuck is going on?
My first time reaction was that he was doing something artistic like your future daughter. Like, that's what I thought.
I mean, it could be that too.
Yeah. Also, because then even later he says this is all. He's also writing to all the other kids that he said Drake has. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to say there was more or whatever. But
well, I mean, like, dude, you release an album cover of how many different women pregnant in an emoji form, like, you know, like, you invited on yourself just a little bit. Right?
Oh yeah, that's a shout out to the boy who's not here on Weezy. He's out here. He's out there on the Vosotros.
Yeah,
but
está en España.
He did. He wanted me to read. He wanted me to read his tweet. So let me read his tweet for him.
Oh, maybe we should pull that shit up.
All right. Pull that shit up.
He said Drake on Taylor made a freestyle. You trying to let this shit die down? Nah, not this time. You following through. Drake weeks later on the Heart Part 6. I don't want to diss you anymore. Drops more records. I'll see you later. I mean, drop more records. I'll see you later. And then onwards. And then on Weezy says he folded and couldn't take it anymore. This y'all goat.
Got him.
think that's a diss to.
That is what he says, and I gotta do it right too, because I'm gonna say mine because Weez also told me to make sure the people know that he knew this was the greatest beef of all time at the beginning when he was blurting out the quotes, and his favorite quotes. He said some of the funny quotes he liked when Drake started out his verse with, "Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go get him my granny right now." Yeah. That shit was just like a good way to start. And then he said he liked when they Kendrick told Drake, "What is it? The braids?" that's his favorite, one of his favorite quotes. I was like, huh.
It's not. Let me see you push a T.
Yeah, push it.
I mean, all of it. But yeah, man, this is getting serious. I mean, how did y'all feel?
Yeah, now that it's like you could say it's over. Now it's like, is it like permanent just funk now? Because at first, they were just saying little funny shit, but then like Drake.
Oh wait, we didn't even drop the nuke though. It wasn't just the Meet the Grams was actually was disrespectful as hell, but it was like what you kind of expected Kendrick, like more methodical, more lyrical, like kind of pre-planned, and then he just doubled up real back-to-back drop right away with a club banger, radio hit, TikTok hit,
produced by
IG
DJ
hit,
Mustard.
whatever. It covers all the boxes and it's all super West Coast with not like us. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows it by now. I mean,
that's the song we were playing, y'all. If y'all were listening in the beginning, that was the song. That was the final one that Kendrick had dropped, which is, it's going like a fucking wild storm, man. Like I don't know like what to say, bro. This is like everywhere. It's reached everywhere. Shawn Michaels is quoting it. It's just like it's just insane, bro. Like.
Yeah, he had the gas
moving,
for that.
It's moving on the Billboard like to number one. It's like, man, it's gonna be Kendrick. This will be Kendrick's like first. If he hits number one, it'll be his actual first number one song, like by himself.
Wow.
Yeah, and well, he had one, right? Oh, Billboard. You're right.
Yeah. Well, no, Humble was only number 2. It never went number 1
on the Billboard. We're talking about billboards, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Billboard 100.
Super,
exactly. And all the number one hits he has are features or. Now we're talking about. You could always say it's thanks to the boy, but what made this fucking crazy was the picture. First of all, the presentation on just this Google Maps picture of Drake's estate, and
they're downed,
and then fucking a whole bunch of red markers.
Yeah, those red markers are like
revive me.
Those are the predator markers.
Yeah,
right?
Those are predators. So if you look online and you find like predators in your area, that's how they signify the predators.
Oh man!
Since you have to register if you're a sex offender.
Yeah, if you're a registered sex offender, that's where like how it shows up.
Yeah, which is this hasn't been put on Drake. There's just smoke. You know what I'm saying about it. He makes it easy to follow the smoke with like the shit he was doing with Millie Bobby Brown, like that video from a long time ago that everybody's been posting all the time now. Which is crazy about that video. He met her that night, that girl, and now after that video, he ended up like becoming like business partners with that girl's dad and everything. Like they created a studio. They're like really big in the music industry now because of that.
Oh, well, I mean, you can put your tinfoil hat on, like a lot of people want to do.
Which is why they said she spoke out recently and said, "Oh yeah, like showed him hella love and everything like that."
Yeah, but it's just like regardless of taking in what's true or not true, because a lot of it could be, a lot of these are just accusations on everything, and I'm not because I'm still rocking with OVO here. I'm not over here with the pedos, but
no, I mean, there's nothing official, but
just like in the rap battle, and just in that, the fact that he dropped the banger, and it's something that you don't stereotypically hear of Kendrick Lamar type of music. From a West, like it's a mustard beat club banger, and then in it though, a lot of the disses are related to Drake liking younger girls and being suspect on that front.
This is like this is Drake.
Minor.
exactly. Having the club sing that shit,
Yeah, right.
Which is like when he goes out now, especially in LA, you're gonna hear that song.
Right.
Like, look at they were playing. Imagine he was just chilling last night watching the NBA playoffs, and all of a sudden this.
That was pretty crazy.
It's like damn.
So
It's like the back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that your girls tour or like a world tour or your girls tour? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's A minor.
Not Like Us is not currently ranking on billboards. I think it needs another week there, like before it can. Like,
it just came out.
Yeah, but it is number 1 on iTunes right now, and it's been holding strong since it was released.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing about why I said it's such a strategy, regardless of whether you like the song or not, which song or not. It's just like the strategy. This is like what Drake does all the time to other people in other battles, and you're seeing the roles get reversed here, which is unfortunate. But that it is what it is. But I think it's just, for me, I'm always out here only defending Drake when people don't give him the credit in this battle, because I think this is one of the greatest battles, and this is arguably some of the best shit he's dropped.
This is the best hip hop battle ever.
Yeah, no, 100%. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's, if there's anything to really arrive at from this, is that it's been the most fun. Like, I'm not really engaged with hip hop that much anymore. Like, at this level, like, I pay attention to like maybe up and coming shit. Like, everybody that's at this level, I don't really give a shit about. But this stuff, it pulled me right back. I thought I was out. It brought me back in. Yeah,
especially rap beef in general. A lot of people just talk and like tweet at each other and shit like that.
See, a lot of it nowadays is just Twitter fingers, but these guys actually went into the booth,
made music,
calling each other out, and they both delivered on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's the two top dogs in the game. You know what I mean? Like, this is the best battle ever. I mean, now does it turn like, is it just gonna be like whatever now, or is it like really gonna be, like I said earlier, is it gonna be like funk now? Are these gonna be like fade on sight? Somebody gonna get shot? What's gonna happen?
Somebody already did get shot. That's the thing. That's just kind of bad. I don't know if it's in any like correlation, but some weird shit is happening around the house.
They're saying that it's supposed to be. This is all alleged, but I was listening to Academics, and Academics is Drake's ear now. You know what I'm saying? If y'all notice over this past few weeks, but he was saying that it is like tapped in from when it's a retaliation allegedly from when Cash XO's dude got.
Didn't I tell y'all? I was asking about that when
because it's like Canadian beef, right? Because they're both all Canadian.
Yeah, if y'all don't remember, we even mentioned this on the One Gen G when we said we briefly mentioned that somebody from the Weeknd's label's boss, basically Cash XO. If you guys obviously know him, if you like hip hop, but there's somebody in their front of their security where he was living got shot, but wasn't fatal, did not die, and then. Yeah, it could be coincidentally, but it sounds like it may be connected, and this is like a retaliation or a warning.
There was a drive-by at Drake's house, and his security was wet up.
And then he also had like
a trespasser came on there, recently.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, crazy ass beef. We'll see how it unfolds now going forward. Like, you think Kendrick's gonna drop another track?
Maybe we'll let it marinate for a week. I mean, you can't follow up Not Like Us being that big of a banger, and then
but if it's like right up his alley to do that, just disappear, you know what I'm saying? Mysterious shit.
Yeah.
But he got it in the chamber, I think.
Yeah. They said he has a lot, you know what I'm saying? Even Drake's like, drop 100 records or some shit. But yeah, man, this doesn't really unscathe Drake. Like, Drake is still like one of the best artists, like, from what he can do. Maybe like in rap, like I said, in rap though is different. It's Kendrick all day, but Drake is still like, like even with his diss song, Family Matters, he was on. What's it say? I was really trying to keep it PG. He could have started just singing on that shit, and then all of a sudden just be like, and now I'm gonna turn it like how I did Triple X and just gas the track. You know what I'm saying?
With like, that British drill beat, that's my favorite. So
but just like it's just Kendrick's just a good ass rapper, bro. Like, even on the songs they got together, like their famous song, fucking Problems. Everybody after that song is what's everybody like quoting mostly off that song? Girl, Kendrick, Lil Mark. You want this dick, like that's the most famous line off that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like people say like, oh yeah, Kendrick, he's not like consistent enough, which is true. This is why Drake is better, because he's always here and always putting it. Maybe a dud, it might be some weirdo shit that you don't want to listen to, like that honestly never mind shit, but he's still constantly out there doing stuff. Where Kendrick, he's just gone, but he's being a family man. Like when he came after Mr. Morale, when he dropped that. I didn't know this nigga had a daughter that's like 3 years old. Then he had a baby son. It's like, oh shit, like this school like really just made a whole family and shit like that. So, and he even says in his 16, he's like, "Hey, don't blame me. I love peace. I'm a peaceful man," or some shit like that. That was the quote that everybody was trying to use. But but when he comes out, bro, like I said, the boogeyman. When he really comes out, he really makes an impact and it's showing.
Yeah,
look, the impact. Like I say, I can't stress it enough. This all started off of 16 bars. On the like that. 16, a hot 16 is what You know, well, like
Started
everybody was
the beef.
dissing him already, but it was the Kendrick that really called Drake out to, to show the pen game and shit like that.
Yeah, and then what they said allegedly was that it was because also he didn't want to be on first person shooter with J. Cole.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
It was supposed to be the big three, and that's probably why they were even rapping about it. And J. Cole,
Man, that would have been tight. Fuck.
But hey, it caused this whole beef. That we got this. It might have turned ugly, but it was some of the best hard music.
Hey, that's what he should drop. His his final diss track, just like a freestyle over that first person shooter.
That would be cool.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I feel like that still would be a bop, and then it'd still be lyrical, and he's rapping and shooting. But I mean, he needs to let this, like Sawyer was saying, or Saul was saying, needs to make sure this marinates and just milk what it is.
I feel like he's enjoying the fruits of his labor, like with this shit right now. It's like he just really been gone, and all of a sudden everybody was dissing him, saying, because a lot of people, the disses for him was like Mr. Morale's album was ass. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody listen to that shit. And now look, he got a song where it's like, yo, I don't want to hear this shit no more. It's on once the TikTok gets a hold of it now and start making the dances, it's over.
And this is undeniable, like whether you like it or not. Like I'm not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, but as far as like this being a bop and this makes you move, like the production, everything was good about it. So, you got to see it. Drake did drop something right after, by the way. It was about, and that's what made a lot of people feel like he surrendered or he just said, "Oh, I'm over it," which we did say he was over it. So,
over it.
And to me, this was a rough move because people didn't appreciate how good this was. This could have been a timestamp type of track for Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
It was a lyrical
know how
piece.
I felt about it. I think it's weak. I think his follow up was weak as fuck. I thought it was. I was so
this track,
disappointed. I was so disappointed because Family Matters was so good, and then this one came out and it was like a wet, like fucking fart. It sucked, and his disses sucked too. Yeah, I was so.
That's why people said this was like the quote unquote white flag. Of like him saying like, oh yeah, I'm not.
Basically, dude, he responded.
Because then he was saying like asshole shit, like I'm too famous for this. Like, come on,
yeah,
bro. Like,
come on, dude. Yeah,
no, that's not the right context that he said that in.
People do take it out of context into some of the lyrical things.
What was the context?
Yeah, because he definitely said, he was like, yo, you think if this was really going on, it wouldn't get away? I'm like, I'm too famous. You know what I'm saying?
Like, everyone
he was saying like that nobody would let that fall away. That's what he said.
Why would you even bother saying that, dude? Look at everybody who's been under investigation.
That kind of makes it
too famous. They wouldn't let that fall away.
See, look, that kind of makes it worse though, because like all the people who are tied with that are like super famous.
Yeah, all the people that like, he immediately locked him in with Epstein and shit like that. Like,
you got Bill Cosby, Harvey Epstein, P. Diddy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit ain't going away, bro. That's what Drake was saying.
Exactly.
He's
so
like,
just dodge that. Just kick that to the fucking side. Don't say that shit. Just be like, oh, I'm too famous for that. They would have found out if I was up to it. Like,
literally, not the right context. That you every time you say it, it's literally the wrong context. It's not what he said.
What was it? What was it that he said?
He wasn't showing off like I'm too famous. I couldn't be a thing.
No, but that's how I feel like getting it from the whole track altogether too. Or after he said that, then he's just like, yeah, you can keep making
even that specific line, bro. It goes with the line before it where he said, I want to pull up the quote, but he literally was like, "You think they would let that just go away? I'm too famous." That would never happen. But
that's the whole thing. They're not. Like Kendrick calls him out. He says there's fucking smoke. That's the whole thing.
Like Davey's been saying, every single paragraph Davey sends, it has that now. Like you can't shake the pedophile thing.
Yeah. That's the nuke. Like that, just the accusations alone is for me like, damn, like this fool really pulled the card where it's like, how do you even beat that, or equalize that or anything, it's just like
you definitely don't say that too many people know me for me to get away from pedophilia. Like that's like the guy going up to the stand and be like, look, my neighbors know I'm a nice guy, and if I was up to something they would know it. It's like, what the fuck, you hid bodies in your fucking basement, like what do you mean?
Oh, but now even this shit is like even making like the Kendrick domestic violence shit seem like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. It's like
people look over that, they're like, whatever.
Yeah,
like, that shit happens all the time.
If it's real, Kendrick he's getting off like Dana White did his wife and everything like that.
Oh, that's why.
I get it. If anything, Drake should have doubled back to that song "We Cry Together." You know what I mean? The song where him and the girl are like yelling at each other and he like smacks.
Yeah, dude, there was so much material.
And then he goes,
dude,
and then he even says in the song, the girl in the song even says, "Oh, that's why I fucked your nigga" and shit like that. He could even be like, "Oh yeah, and that was day free in the song. I gave it to you right there. You already gave it to me." You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, like he could have gone in on like so many different things, and instead he did the argument like, no. Like that's what he did in that.
He just was over and panicked and was like, "Fuck this, man! Fuck these people."
maybe, but yeah,
the thing, and it's like when you go online, especially when that news, that bomb, like kind of dropped as far as like getting doubled down on by Kendrick. That was like when the internet started really like pushing the videos even more of like clipping the pieces together and. Taking things out of context, and pushing a narrative, which I understand. There is some.
Well, I mean,
videos
it's unfortunate, but he's left like tracks for it to question. Like
his life is
like,
too public.
Like we were saying, he be at high school basketball like girl games. He follows like high school basketball girls. Like you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like shit like that.
And then, also saying like, I know why you're bringing this up is because you were molested. Like.
That is murky.
I mean, that's a battle.
I thought that was like
disrespectful. Yeah.
What made me laugh was that it turns out that he misread Mr. Moral. Like, so it's like morale. It's like he didn't even get it right because in Kendrick's album he said that because you know like I went and I said no, my cousin didn't or whatever, and his mom didn't believe him, but like something to that effect. But basically saying he didn't. But he like, he still leaned in on it. But
so the same kind of stretch that Kendrick's doing, right?
What the kid?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was
like the same kind of stretch in the what's going on.
No, there's no comparison.
Drake did, he should have done that. He's supposed to do that, but
there's no comparison because one is like a self-released album that is like tracking and he's like digging it up, like just like Kendrick called out. It's like you're gonna pull from this album. And you're just going to draw nothing from it. And he did. And then the other stuff, the alleged stuff coming from Kendrick is like stuff that's videos are out there of him doing that is like a track record of things. And like what was that one girl that was like 16 that he had pictures out with her too? So it's a totally different thing.
Being in a picture with someone,
like you guys
are like painting a certain narrative.
Like,
I'm not
like you can make it about me all you want. You guys can get like defensive and make it about me connecting dots, but this is just what the internet is saying.
Not you, but I'm just saying it's natural for you to do it. And other people, imagine people that are like super anti-Drake already. They're like, this is even better for them, easier for them to naturally do it. Like,
that's what they're just kidding. They have like literally the list that's like the 6 times that Drake has been sus with underage. Like they have that, and they don't have the 6 times that Kendrick Lamar was molested. No, they don't have that.
Even like that
so
shit,
it's not the same thing.
Even that shit Academics was reacting to like about 4 years ago. How Shane Gillis called it. He's like, "Hey, Drake's gonna get on some shit." He's R. Kelly style. Like, you know,
so there's like
a
whole. Yeah, so
like, that was like telling right there. I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Also, I'll tell you this right now: if time will tell, obviously, knock on wood, but if things happen, like as far as like if a Diddy situation happened now, where like Drake's house is getting raided for human trafficking allegations and shit, then it's like, all right, well then we'll I'll really be like, hey, whoa, like,
right.
That's why the first thing their PR team was fighting was purely like the trafficking portion of it, not even like he likes young girls. It's just like he's not trafficking girls.
Well, because the saying that they're like the pedophilia thing is like that is just such a hot like I mean everybody like blood drinking Democrats whatever, don't knock us YouTube, this is satire, but like everything that like everybody's that's like the go to these days. So it's a like a laid out like almost allegory thing for someone being sus, but the human trafficking thing is like actionable. So like that's where they were like they running out and doing the PR campaign and be like, no, like here's
and
the
they
receipts,
know things might come because if Baca Not Nice, for example, who was in jail for trafficking,
right? Yeah,
is there. I'm sure he's registered under something.
Right, yeah, exactly. So those are like that.
I don't know how Canada works, but
no, and then that's why that's why they even stuck out to is like Davy Jones just said Baca did some time for some shit like that, and that Drake was the first one like tweeting and celebrating that Baca was coming home.
Yeah, see, that's there's so much.
Trafficking is very broad.
He's pimping, basically.
Pimping. They can include.
Well, I mean, that's what they're doing.
He was
kinds of
pimping.
different things. It's not all. They got a bunch of ladies
it was
in
for
a
human
shipping
trafficking,
container
though.
mailing them in.
Yeah.
Human trafficking could be like literally if you're a pimp.
From what I
you get
read
arrested for human
and
trafficking.
under what I'm aware of is that he got caught up, or some girl spoke up and said that she was basically having to sleep with men for money and giving the money to him.
It sounds totally
like literally pimping.
He was doing her tax.
That's what I mean. Like, they don't know if they're saying if she was underage or not, because that's what P.
I don't know about that.
That's what P.
Yeah, those are big stretches,
you know
Big
if she's
connections.
underage, I don't think he'd be out right
OVO lawyer.
now. Maybe he would. He would be out.
OV ho. I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, it's a fucking beef. I mean, the thing is, mostly where I'm getting lit up at is like, I was getting my popcorn. I was halfway through my bag of popcorn.
And it's just over.
When Drake fucking did that, and his raps were weak. His fucking disses, like he had so much more he could have gone in on.
Bro,
but
this is the end of Shogun.
What? Yeah, a little bit. I liked show. I did. I still loved it for what it was. But yeah, I was a little edged. I was a little edged by it. I must say.
You know, you want more.
Hey, no, I mean, look what this shit did, bro. Like, this is having hip hop on the front row, like stage, not on no bullshit. It's the two people representing the shit. It ain't no motherfucking Playboy Cardi wearing a thong or Lil Uzi hitting
That's coming back now. It's
in
over
them
now.
splits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might show people like, hey, damn, these fools is really like creating good shit with good substance and whatever, like, and putting their mind into it, and like, we got to step our big bars up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And also, my last thing to say about that last Drake diss too was that the other thing that was weird, and like people have been talking about this, like I'm not as bleeding hard about it, but I did see the point get made that he's totally built his career off of like basically being like woman friendly and everything like that. And his go-to was dissing somebody for sexual assault. Was kind of like, like just immediate victim blaming for bringing up something. It's like, Drake, like, know your fan
was
base,
a dude.
like know how sensitive that everything. Yeah, well, it was a
also it broke records on. He got the final boss treatment. You know how when they were saying how The Rock and Cody, when Cody gave up his WrestleMania slot for The Rock, how it had the most disliked video on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
Now Drake's new video is that the number one for that now. I mean that song that
everybody wants to hate on Drake, bro.
Drake's the heel in this situation, you know, like
that's the wave.
He used to be the face all the time.
He is the biggest guy. He's got like, you know, like, yes, he has some bangers or whatever, and he's built kind of like a career, like this sort of undeniable career. You put on an Apple station and somehow it arrives at Drake, all that shit. But, you know, it's like he's kind of co-opted just pretty much anything that's come out when it comes to music. Like he jumped on drill. He's kind of always changed his style. Even when he was mentioning Atlanta, he's borrowed so much from the Atlanta culture.
Well, I mean, he's smart though too.
No, looking at it.
Also British. Also, he came to the Bay and was stage dancing.
Yeah.
Also, he'd be all over.
He's like Mr.
Worldwide.
He's like Mr. Worldwide, and that's like the disingenuous thing that fucks people up on him. To me, I mean, there is a mindset that I can put myself into. Is like, okay, in this global economy, all right, he's just making himself the most available product. I get that, but then you go to like the hip hop heads, and they're just like, no, fuck that guy. He's not real. So it's like a meeting of that, and I think that's why so many people were really willing to hate on him, is because they're.
But that's
like,
also just been the narrative forever. You know what I mean? Because
Sure,
like he's a great like actor, bro. Like you see him when he's off the camera, when he's his regular self, he's like, you know, he's like
no bomb.
Like
he's a
no,
goofball.
not even that. That's an act too, bro. Like I'm talking about like the video that Rosenberg dropped where he's talking to Drake, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know, it was great, you know, Happy Rosh Hashanah, all the kind of stuff like that, like. He's just showing, like he's just a regular
actually,
like it's like
kind
he
of
puts on the
endearing.
act, you can tell, but I mean it's cool.
Yeah, I've
It's
always
entertainment.
I've always said that I actually low key like his acting better than his music.
So
I mean,
I
that's
got
why he
another
blend
quote
well.
from
Yeah,
On
go ahead.
Weezy. You know, he dropped all these pearls of knowledge
He's here
to
somehow
try
with
and be involved in here. But his
He
quote
said Soul
to
Trolls,
me
bro.
says, "The family matter and truth of the matter is it was God's plan to show y'all the liar."
Oh no, you can't say that because then you're talking about both sides throwing accusations.
Crossbar. He
Yeah.
the crossbar.
It is. It is.
It was God's
plan.
He just showed us the
liar.
A minor.
Hey, I'm always here just defending Drake because I feel like people don't
he's your
get Drake
favorite.
that same, I mean, I didn't think he was going into this because everyone's like, "Oh, if it's a battle, it's a battle."
Well, but you gotta think why too. Why they don't think it's the same is just because he's just such a he's not just a rapper. He's like bro.
It's a
When I first
cultural part.
when he
Like,
first
it's a
came out,
cultural thing.
Demo was like on Drake's nuts when he first came out. Him and Aaron and him and the Salamander, bro. They were on this fool tough because of this song like Ransom and shit. Like they was like, oh, you're Drake. And then all of a sudden,
That was
Drake,
before I knew it was Degrassi Drake.
and then all of a sudden,
like,
Drake
his
started like
rap-
showing his other side with the brand new. Anything
Anything in brand
And these
new.
motherfuckers were like, oh
Brand
hell no, I ain't
new.
fucking with this nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He been in Marvin's room, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he really
That's the track though. People love that shit.
yeah, that's what he been about. He been doing it all. He never claimed to be from the streets.
see,
Some of his
he
rap-
wasn't, but now he's acting like that though. Now he's acting like
Yeah.
a gangster. He's acting like he's straight like a Godfather.
That's
He's
probably
like,
how
even
he
his
feels
latest
about
song, he was
money.
like, oh, he was saying
just
something.
feel like-
He was saying something on Family Matter. Something. Oh, I'm gonna pull it. I was reaching for my hip. Like, bruh, calm down. Like,
Where you had a
is it Drake
Come
Wick
on.
now?
He's just about to whip out that penis.
Busy Wick.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was if it was regarding Abel, it was an entendre on sus homosexual tendencies, along with being also hard, but not hard
Hey, man.
that way.
Hey, you know what? Drake, when I first got into Drake was when he did Best I Ever Had. And I think I had like a girlfriend at the time was like, this is what I'll sing to her. Dude. Like, I was like 17
Shouts
or
out-
something,
Maybe
17,
I'm
18.
like,
Shouts out her.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was just like, this is what it sounds like to be in love.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That was his first like official thing that the video he dropped, right? Or it was Young Money shit first, but then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it was the first time that I've heard like the other. If you had to pair off like people who used autotune in like the correct way, it was T-Pain, Kanye, and then 100% Drake. Drake made that thing sing. He used it like an instrument, still does. So, you know,
when he
doesn't matter
sings,
if
yeah,
he's-
only for singing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, there's a way to. Again, it's just like an instrument. You know, it's just the way that you use it.
Some people say Young Thug does it the best too.
I don't think Young Thug does it as good as.
Yeah.
But anywho, yeah, we spent a lot of time on this, and I know there's a lot.
Yeah, we gotta
It was literally used the whole time.
That's fine. It's
Hey,
fine. It's
alright.
fine. What? It's the most
It's
like
over now. That's fine.
We're a comedy podcast that makes cultural commentary. This is the most significant cultural event that has kind of come along in a long time. It's pair people off. You know, it's like what?
Drake's-
I'm-
I think
I'm
okay. I'll
just
tell you
gonna-
this: the last words is
Touched me.
the battle is over, but the war is not. He'll be back.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll see who's the coolest after they're both dead.
I just want to say I'm
Don't
so
keep those
thankful that hopefully this beef is done and we could stop talking about Kendrick and freaking Drake for 3 weeks in a row with
Yeah.
significant time. Okay.
Well, here, dude, we'll bring. You know what? Since we're gonna just like hard
Bring
change, let's
a
let's
minor.
hard change into something that you like often talking about, and that stuff
What's that?
from the political theater. I don't know if you've even seen this, but
Nope.
you know that the candidates are a little rough this year. You know, not everybody's favorite is getting rolled out at all. But it turns out that one of them has fucking brain worms.
Whoa, dude! How?
Did you guys know that? RFK Jr., who's the independent candidate going into 2024, struggled with a parasitic brain worm and mercury poisoning in a 2012 deposition. So it turns out he had a worm in his brain. And yeah, so that narrows things down pretty tight, pretty hard choice. We've got two 80-year-old guys, one of them constantly in court, the other, you know, and this one has brain worms. So stacked.
Well,
lineup,
he's
baby.
independent anyway, so he didn't have a chance.
Well,
This
he's
is
just like a
America.
destroyer candidate for, you know, like other people, basically. I mean, they're so
How
corny.
did the worm get there?
I don't know. I don't know. God.
He was in Mexico and he drank that tequila.
Yeah, he ate
whatever,
the
he had the worm,
tequila.
and it's like,
Yeah.
Southeast Asia.
Kennedy could not definitively say how he contracted the worm, but suspected it had been during a trip to Southeast Asia. Yeah. So he had cognitive struggles.
Damn.
And,
Yeah. Whenever I go out of the country, I don't be going in the water like that.
Yeah, Kennedy described the mercury levels in this blood more than 10 times the Environmental Protection Agency's safety parameters. I loved tuna fish sandwiches. I ate them all the time. I think that's how he sounds. So, yeah. State of America, baby.
This is America.
He said vaccines made AIDS. Did you see that at the bottom of that article?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, that's true. Let's bump that up again." Yeah,
like that's a wild claim.
Yeah, what he said. Kennedy has baselessly claimed that vaccines are likely responsible for the creation of epidemics like Spanish flu and HIV/AIDS, and he sued major news outlets for allegedly illegally boycotting right-wing conspiracy theories.
His last name
engaging in industry partnerships to fight misinformation.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Well, already a sick dude. So.
I would lean into the things he's talking about, but I don't want to get another strike from YouTube. So
propaganda.
Yeah, right.
Oh man,
you don't want to get canceled like Lovers and Friends. Oh, Davey Jones, bro. Strike 3 for Lil Wayne.
I can't. They never let me see Lil Wayne no more, man. I tried.
So they didn't do the second day.
No, they never had a second day.
Oh, it was just going to be Saturday.
Yeah, it was just going to be Saturday. So
wow.
I actually. The week of, I actually sold my ticket to the homie because I was like, "Fuck, I ain't gonna go no more." So
got him.
Nah, I gave him his money back.
He's gonna get a refund.
Yeah, because I sold this to him for cheap, and then they're gonna refund me my full money. So all right, they posted on IG, Lovers and Friends Instagram. They posted, due to state officials and mandatory blah 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 high winds or whatever, we cannot have the show on Saturday, so we're gonna have to cancel. A full refund to everybody if you bought your tickets off front gate tickets and shit like that. But man, they did that shit shady, bro. It was literally 10 o'clock at night on a Friday. I think this is also when all the Drake shit was going on too. So it was like, oh my god, like it was just a crazy ass night. It was like Saturday. I felt like the weekend was done. I was just like, bruh.
It was probably cracking out there on Saturday. Just imagine all the people that flew in just to go to that concert.
Babysitters and shit. They were like, yeah. Hey, you know what? Lovers and Friends, somebody probably got really drunk and got into trouble because you didn't have Lovers and Friends. Think about your actions.
But also, like, shout out to our residents, our Vegas residents, Dave Free. Like, how was the our weather and everything? That was it? You think it could have been canceled?
Yeah, I was mad because shout out to my boy Chris and his wife Danielle. They flew in from the Bay to come in, but there was people coming in from all over. Like somebody, I guess they said someone was from the UK in their hotel that flew in for this. People from Philippines.
I mean, the lineup was crazy, bro. Like after I sold the ticket, I was like, and I looked at it, I was like, oh, Snoop Dogg and like Lil Wayne and like Backstreet Boys. I'm just like,
Rick Ross, his plane crashed. Hey, his plane had a crash landing on his way to Vegas.
Too much wind
in somewhere in Texas, and they landed like I saw the tire hit into the grass portion and it like smacked, but no one got hurt though.
So which is funny. Drake actually dissed him and said he was going to do his plane like they did Malaysia or some shit, right?
And when it happened, Rick Ross was like, "Hey, I saw it was the Drizzy Drake shot us down. He shot us down."
That's funny.
But yeah, man, that shit was sad because the weather was not windy like that, bro. I ended up eating some nice Japanese barbecue with my friends instead, but at the same time, it was like we were outside the whole time. Everyone's outside still. It's like, bro, what the hell? And we drove by the fucking event too, so it's like. Hey, it was just all set up for nothing.
One of my boys who was staying out there, he kept just walking by and Snapchatting like, this shit's really canceled.
Brief stop by the Calorie Corner. Pardon my ignorance, but is Japanese barbecue, is it the same as hibachi or no?
No, it's not. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. It's more similar to Korean barbecue, but as far as the grill, typically people would have charcoal and also have like the grills in the restaurants are usually more gridded versus a lot of the Korean barbecues are more like a metal sheet.
And you just like cook it yourself there, right there.
Same idea as Korean barbecue though, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Because all those things I haven't experienced. I only just recently had hibachi, by the way, because it's huge in Atlanta, and I've never had it before. I didn't even know what it is or anything like that. And
that's cool. That's like what's his name? Benny. Everyone knows about the Benihanas and shit.
Yeah, I'd never, not in my
garlic
life.
Butter. I got Benihana issues.
Yeah, not in my whole life. And I had like a scallops and steak hibachi, and it was just like I walked away, rolled out the thing.
You got to get the cuz to make it. He got a flat top though, and he'd be chefing. He could wear the hat and everything.
Oh, for sure. As long as he talks about geopolitics, for sure. I think that I'll probably have
the children's hat, but it'll still be a chef hat.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
But yeah, man. Yeah,
RIP Lovers and Friends. I feel like that shit gonna go out of business after this. Like,
they had to lose money for that. They had to refund everybody.
Yeah, and even all the merch that they had, which usually sells out. It's just fucking.
It's gonna be sent to Africa for the children with the Niners Super Bowl shirts.
That should look wet though.
Good for them though. Did you guys watch the Tom Brady roast at all?
Yes,
I watched the whole thing.
What do you think? Can you
get not live? I watched it after they edited it.
What's your highlight reel? Because I didn't really check it out.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Tony Hinchcliffe went in on everybody for sure.
I saw Nikki Glazer's one too. She's always fun to watch.
Nikki Glazer was cool. Tom Segura, Brett, and what's his name? Bert Kreischer. That was
kind of weak. I was kind of disappointed.
They didn't need to be there.
Kevin Hart was good as a host overall.
Yeah. Kevin Hart's always able to bite. So
yeah, who was catching like Omega strays?
Gronk was eating them. Everybody was on Gronk's head, but then he went up there and said Jeff Ross looked like one of his livers. I was like, bruh, come on, bro.
Oh, he said Kevin Hart looked like
he takes bigger shits than Kevin Hart
that are bigger and blacker than Kevin Hart is what he said.
Nice.
And then, who was it? Who was that? The dude with the fade, or was the chick? What's her name?
Sam J.
She went with your narrator, saw Jimmy. She's like, now, Tom, I know you racist. And so I was like, that's how I feel like you should watch that shit. You'll like it. It was pretty good.
But there was one early though. I would say there was one moment at the beginning. Who was it? It was Jeff Ross. Yeah, where he said a joke about Robert Kraft, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. But,
Okay.
But it was about Robert Kraft and Tom Brady, and Tom Brady got pissed and stood up and yelled at dude, but like you could kind of catch it in the mic when he said like, "Don't ever say that fucking shit again."
Well, I think that was a bit. I think that was an opening bit.
That's what I mean, we might as well just spoil it, bro. But yeah, it's not. It wasn't, because that's why Kevin Hart started roasting him after. He's like, Jeff, you're such a bitch. He's like, Jeff, you're such a fucking bitch. I hear you over there. Oh, Tom, it's just jokes, man. Come on. He's like, you're a fucking bitch, Jeff.
You're not supposed to be saying sorry as a comedian like that, right? You know?
He kept saying after that, it's just jokes. So like Jeff Ross.
He probably apologized to Tom after that when he shook his hand.
Who were the worst that you thought?
Probably Randy Moss.
Who could they have left
Randy
off?
Moss wasn't good.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss was whack.
He was getting roasted good, but like
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, I heard that Ben Affleck was dick on there.
He was just talking about trolls, like online Twitter trolls.
Like this guy.
You know what was the worst to me? Ron Burgundy. I was like, why are they doing this?
Oh, they did a character. So they did. They had Ben Affleck go up there, and they didn't have Ben Affleck go up there as a townie, and instead they had Ron Burgundy go up there. What the hell?
Well, they had like freaking Will Ferrell was just Ron Burgundy up there, and it was mad annoying.
I was watching it live, so it was like cool, but he was just being Ron Burgundy. Like, Ron Burgundy's not that funny. He's a fucking idiot.
No, it was so dry, bro. I was like, we could have left this out.
His whole shtick was saying like, "Oh, it feels great being at the Garden, Madison Square Garden," and they were at the Forum in Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? So like, but yeah, it's just Ron Burgundy bullshit. But it was overall, it was cool. Like, I thought it was a good little watch.
Hey, saw Jimmy, we go watch it. Just watch Tom Brady's face not move due to all the Botox and fillers that had him locked in, boy.
Yeah,
his face was still.
Yeah, he was kind of whack too. He was kind of whack.
He was handsome.
He roasted Kim Kardashian and got roasted. That was funny.
Oh, she was catching strays for no reason.
Yeah, she was.
Tony Hinchcliffe went in for no reason.
She didn't talk though, but she was sitting in the crowd.
Nah, yeah, what's it called? The worst thing they said, it was like, oh, Kim's here, but she's pissed off because the kids are at home with their father. That's what Brady said. Yeah, he just by saying that.
No, somebody else said that. Somebody else for sure said
No,
that.
that
It
was
wasn't Tom Brady.
Yeah, that was Brady.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
because he didn't finish.
Man, I just can't believe
was
it. So
like-
they
he
had
was like-
nobody go up there. It's like, you shouldn't have left Boston. Like they didn't have anybody go up and do like a
They
Boston
didn't
thing
even have Mark
at all.
Wahlberg.
They just kept.
Nah.
And at the end, he even said, "I don't care that you're from Boston." So he said that to one of
really?
the roasters. Yep. He's
Wow.
It's good. It's long, but it's
Awesome.
good. Worth the look.
Oh yeah, it was a good. It was funny. We haven't had a roast in a while, so that was cool.
What's your
It
name?
was-
All right, then here's a quick
it went
prompt.
hard.
Quick Gen G prompt. Who would be your most ideal next roast candidate? Who do you think would be fun to get roasted?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a good question, man.
Here, I'll kick it off. Elon Musk, no fucking problem.
Oh, man,
Elon
yeah,
Musk
that's
would
good.
be
Probably
that.
like blow some shit up if he gets
Yeah,
roasted. 'Cause
Elon
they would
Musk
go
would
so
be
in on his ass, but yeah, that would be
hilarious.
tight.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say it has to be one of the rich guys, the billionaires.
Elon Musk would be dumb enough to think that he could get in there and go out unscathed for
He'd be
sure.
like,
He'd be like,
Joe
"Oh,
Rogan-
sure."
Joe Rogan getting roasted would be tight.
Joe Rogan would be pretty
He'd
good
be
too.
Too good of a
Rogan.
sport about it. I want to see if they can roast someone that like wouldn't be a good sport about it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Elon Musk. I feel like Elon Musk would go in and immediately do a turn and be like, "Wait, I did. Why are people making fun of me?"
He's not
Like,
because
you
he's
know?
not understanding the
exactly.
social situation.
Yeah.
You would get it.
Oh, Woody. For
He's
sure.
like, this is not fun anymore. Like
Yeah.
fucking
Who's like
1
top
5
actor
minutes.
right
in.
now?
What's that?
They should have a
But
Dr. Umar roast.
That's too easy. They were like,
I don't know if enough people know him.
That'd be good. Only by black comedians
just-
with white wives.
On the inverse, though, yeah.
Just let him walk up there.
like a bootleg, like internet person on like say like a bootleg YouTube roast or some shit. I would like to see Adam 22 just get.
Oh yeah, Adam 22. would
That'd be like the
definitely
AVN
cooked.
roast.
Yeah. That counterpoint to Dr.
Spit
Umar would
roast
be-
his wife.
Yeah, we would be doing a roast here, Adam 22, but we're missing your wife.
And White would be good. He was catching. Sheesh, Tony Hinchcliffe was lining him up with. Well, but the thing is, it wasn't really bad. It was just the shit that he was talking about was bad. He's talking
Well, it
about.
was fun. Yeah, it's talking about like
Tony's
fires,
just
right?
good at it.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
not
so
like-
that's literally what he does all day.
It's his whole show. The entire time he's roasting people that go up there, right? Like
Yep.
that's it.
But yeah, man, you should definitely watch that. Saw Jimmy. Like, you should just get, like,
Charlemagne would be a good inverse of Dr. Umar, though. Charlemagne getting roasted. He might have enough.
Charlemagne roast.
Yeah, he might have enough.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
that
Drake,
whole,
the Drake roast.
Drake, that was a whole Drake roast for the past 3
Drake
weeks.
it already happened.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is a full weekend of negativity. Like that whole hour, I was just like, there's just a lot of negativity right now from 9 p.m. Pacific to about midnight. There's been a lot of negativity going on in here, bro. All right.
You should have crashed out like Ma.
Or it would be fun to have a
Crazy.
follow up because Kim Kardashian got booed so bad, and they actually like deleted her booze on Netflix.
Really? On the refund?
Yeah,
I heard the
yeah,
booze
the
live.
replay-
I watched it live.
Yeah, on the replays they deleted the booze for Kim, but it
I
would
I
be
felt
fun
bad
for
though.
Kim
Didn't
to
like see
dive
it
back
really do
in.
anything for them to
Well, they
boo,
don't
like,
realize she's playing. She does say some pretty fucking stupid stuff, and she has built a career like being one thing. Well, we all know that it was
she should have played into it like
Ray
you said.
J
Right?
thing.
They booed
like-
her when she walked up to
Yeah,
the podium.
Yeah,
bullshit.
exactly.
They
What are you
literally,
talking about?
they said,
She
Kim
was talking about-
Kardashian. She walked up and they definitely.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There's some
everybody's-
booze in there.
They
Everybody's
should
team
boo-
Kanye.
in
Yeah,
her
they
own
should-
city, bro.
They
She's
should.
somebody-
She should lean into it and get roasted herself. That's a way to like. They've been living on negative press forever.
Be on there like,
So, yeah,
Like, you guys
She-
shut
she-
up, and then people
she
boo
would
louder.
enjoy
and
it.
got
She
play
would
into
soak it up. She would see how many times her name was being searched, and she would be fine with it.
ooh, a Taylor Swift roast.
Yeah,
Oh, she would never stand there for that.
uh,
Never ever.
Tom Cruise would be sick too.
yeah. People, maybe
Yeah.
Kanye, something like that,
Kanye would be tight.
also
he'd walk
wouldn't.
off though.
because he's a wild card. You don't know how he's gonna start laughing
Yeah,
at first and
he-
just switch up real quick.
Right.
He would laugh, and then somebody would make like a comment about like something that he did in regards to fashion, and then that would be too much for him. like he would take all the other jokes and shit like that, or like maybe even jokes about his mom and stuff like. But then someone would say, "But like," and then you put those stupid fucking boots out for $20, and he'd be like, "That's enough." Get up and walk out.
But not the
Hey,
pop.
did you get yours, Demo? A lot of
Nah, still waiting, bruh. Still waiting.
I think they're
You
not
know?
even real, bro. I think that they're not even a real thing. I don't. Think.
Yeah,
They're
I
coming.
think
My
it's cool to
my
do
homie just got his 2 days ago. So I'm still holding. I hope that I didn't wait all this time and then they just don't fit. They're just not big.
No,
enough.
yeah, well, it'll come in time. As long as it comes by October for Halloween, when you dress up as Kanye, then it'll be fine.
Oh,
I feel like
last
you got a
roaster.
3. You got the biggest one, right? 3.
Yeah, 3.
I feel like
1, 2,
I feel like
3.
it worked because like hella people who fuck with Kanye are like fucking athletes and shit like that.
Okay.
So,
Oh
so
no, there's only 3 sizes, bruh. Like there's got to
telling me-
be like a limit to where it is if it's
That's
like
crazy,
one of
bro.
3 sizes.
because like 3, you think it fit like a wide foot motherfucker like me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, who knows, bruh?
What's the
We
difference
gotta
between
see.
1 and 3? You know, like
Yeah,
Wemby-
exactly. How far can it really be away?
Well, yeah,
No one in the
on,
NBA can wear those shoes.
we'll be on the lookout for that. But other than that, man, I think might as well get onto the sport gang, man. Because anything else, like
Yeah, just shout out real quick.
What was that?
That's fine. No, yeah, it's fine. But Future and Gunner are gonna drop some albums. So now,
Okay.
now that the little battle is over, other artists can finally.
and this is like another
Nice.
beef they're saying also between Future and Gunna. They used to have the same manager and like producers and shit. So now they're saying like they're dropping on the same day to kind of, they're like
Yeah,
saying
fuck you.
fuck each other as well. Yep.
and
And hey, we'll see.
It'd be
I
funny
hope
if they actually did, bro.
I hope Future like says something like this is Drake or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fine, like he did that whole subliminal album shit with Metro. Like now he got to go direct, like the way these fools been doing. But
Metro
Gunna
Gunna
make it some slaps though, man.
Maybe Eldridge.
You made a. She was chefing about my cheeks.
Uh,
Oh, he said about my ass. He said about my ass. I read that in like a Toronto accent too. Like
Yeah.
Asphalt?
you chef this about my ass, fam?
Right about my ass fam.
Cody, you can't be talking about my ass.
But yeah, fucking I want to hear the Gunna album for sure.
Yeah.
He just been having that little slappers lately. Just that snitch rap.
Yay, snitch.
All right.
Shouts out
All right, can I press the
Snitch Rap.
button now? Hey, let's check out how we're doing with Sproms. Lots of
Yeah,
Sproms
so
going.
after last week's, I was going in over the beat, but it's fine.
Actually, I was wrong. I picked Urseg, by the way.
Oh,
you
you picked Urseg? Why do
Yeah.
I have Pantoja across the board?
I'm
Are
just
you-
a guy full of integrity.
all right. Well,
It's
then
Max too,
you,
so.
you definitely are -1 from this, but that still leaves you at 10-8 record on Wheezy and Nesto at 9-9, right on your tail with Saw Jimmy at 8-10. Demo with an abysmal 5-13 down at the bottom. Mhm.
I think Davy Jones for sure had Ursig, but he almost had that fight. Also, it was very close.
Yeah, it was a good fight, man. But
was a
it looked like
dogfight.
Pantoja, the experience came through, and you could have argued that it came down to the fifth round.
That fifth round, that takedown where Ursig fucked up and got reversed, and like
hmm But that was a good fight. I mean, he would have overcame the odds if he won. That would have been a big upset, I think. Like as far as just a new guy around the block that doesn't look like he could really fight like that, and then if he actually won, that'd be too crazy. But yeah, man, we got our crowd favorite, listener of Gen G here, Derek Lewis fighting Nascimento.
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 Yeah, hell yeah.
Rare.
But I think we're all Derek Lewis, right? I think I'm gonna pick for our boy on Wheezy that I think we're all
We're gonna curse it.
Nobody's
I
denying
would.
it, right?
I'm
I'm
going
with it.
Derek Lewis here.
Well, let me take some looks here.
I think too, like this is a good spot for Derek Lewis. He's a favorite. He's not an underdog for this. Nascimento, he's kind of a whatever fighter. He is very mid. Like, don't be fooled by that record. He's 11-1, but he hasn't really showed. I mean, he's been winning, but it's been like split decision against like weak mid people. He's getting the job done, but it's like close decisions. I feel like Derek Lewis is gonna be able to touch his chin, but if D. Lewis does come like back to being like fat and just out of shape, you can see Nascimento just probably winning all 5 rounds, or like taking the fight and winning it like another nasty decision.
Yeah, Lewis is trying to see if he can switch with the fight right below him because they're going to be in St. Louis for this card, and
man, St. Louis
is from St. Louis, so he was, and he's trying to fight 5 rounds because Derek Lewis is like, I don't want to fight no 5 rounds. So
he's good off that long.
He's good off fucking 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, if he wins, it has to be like sleeping.
Yeah, not 5 rounds.
So, yeah, I gotta go with the boy.
Gotta go with him. Last fight if he can't win here. I don't know.
That's real.
I'm going with him though, Derek Lewis.
I'm also on Derek Lewis. I'm fans of American blacks, so
yeah,
go with him.
He is that dude.
Me too, man. Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, I'll take the blunt of this saying, yeah, I think Weezy is picking Derek Lewis also.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have a curse.
Hey, but yeah, man. The co-main event is Joaquin Buckley versus Nursulov Ruzabev. It's gonna be a good fight. Like Davy Jones was saying that Derek Lewis is trying to switch with Buckley, who is from St. Louis, so it could be the main event. But it's gonna be an interesting fight also.
6'5" versus 5'10".
Yeah, this guy. This is making his first debut at 170. He's coming from 185.
That seems intense.
From Uzbekistan.
So he's going to come through huge.
Yeah.
Damn,
He already was huge.
Yeah.
Like, literally look at it. Look at that.
He looks a little weird. Right?
Black. His nickname's just Black.
That's hard.
What's this fool's?
Man, I don't even know who I'd have to pick, man.
This is Joaquin Buckley is the guy who went super viral with that crazy kick where they caught his kick and then he spun 180 and hit him with his heel and knocked him out.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, did anyone see that what is that move? The backflip or that fucking?
Oh yeah,
wasn't that a kick to the head of a downed opponent?
Yeah,
like, that was weird to me.
The ref, but that's on the ref's fault. Like I was gonna be. This is actually a good ass. This is a low key good card. Like this fight right here, Waldo Cortez versus the Cuban B. That's gonna be very interesting right there.
I was just distracted by Chase Hooper.
Chase, you like that? The super bad.
Yeah.
Hooper. Like I said, this card is like low key. Like
I saw him win before. He won his last fight.
Yeah, he's a prospect.
You got Bruce Leroy on this card too. Alex Caceres. Oh, you got that glow.
Man, the site's flipping out on me. This dude looks like he's just happy to be there. Vyacheslav Borshchev looks like he's just happy to be there. He looks like he's just like pop on the girl.
He fights out of Sacramento. He's a beast.
Oh yeah.
You got Baby Shark, Tabitha Ritchie.
Hey.
Horny fights.
Yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid, guys. Well, I mean, like, hey, we might have to wrap that. We have to wrap this one just a little bit tighter, just because you're saying, what about that fun fact? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, shout out Jokic though, 3-time MVP. That's pretty crazy. Even though I don't like that.
Yeah, white excellence.
Right.
So I have a fun fact. When you think about dinosaurs, you think about dinosaurs, being out there all together, hanging around. But dinosaurs actually were on Earth for a very long period of time, and there were different ages of dinosaurs. Different dinosaurs weren't there when the other ones were there. So the Stegosaurus was extinct for 90 million years before Tyrannosaurus showed up. And the Tyrannosaurus have been extinct for about 65 million years right now. So we actually are closer in time to the T-Rex than the T-Rex was to a Stegosaurus.
That's crazy,
which is actually that's pretty wild, right?
We couldn't save no dinosaurs, bro.
Yeah,
by like 25 million years closer to the T-Rex than the T-Rex being close to the Stegosaurus.
Million years is insane.
That's you so saying long? You on that? Hey, you on that?
Hey, if you would go to Jurassic Park, you were literally stupid. If they made real Jurassic Park and you went, you deserve to get ate by a dinosaur.
Yeah, like stay away from that shit.
Hey, shouts out Baby Tron. He rapped on that beat.
Hey,
That was pretty cool.
Rare.
Yeah.
Hey,
He made it like a Detroit beat.
bringing Mexican rap back.
Hey, speaking really quick, shout out to Mexican OT out here in Atlanta amongst the southern whites. They've totally taken ownership of him here, like southern white dudes. Yeah, shouts out Cody and all that shit. Like Cody's part Native American, but still, the southern, good old boy kind of shit. Like they're all about that stuff.
He got that southern sound, and he shoots hogs, and he fucking.
No, he's cool, man. And I be seeing a lot of his interviews. He's dope. He travels around with his dad and shit.
Hey, shouts out Rachel. That's Rachel's favorite rapper.
Hey,
what did I say? Southern whites,
Shouts out. Yeah, that's it. Some kind of.
All right.
Yeah, but this has been another week of GCOW, the group chat on Wax. We're here. We're not queer.
It's cool if you are, because that's cool.
Shout out to Vosotros. Shout out to Wheezy. Shout out to the.
Hey, A minor.
A minor.
Oh yeah,
Man,
play us off, man.
A minor.
Okay.
Brother,